2023 has been a big year for celebrities, as most years in the Common Era have been. But this year's top-earning celebrities, musicians, and creators made more than $1.3 billion combined. Half as much as last year's top 10 that included Jay-Z, Kanye West, and Bruce Springsteen. Inflation, am I right? With some celebs that you may not see coming, and others that are glaringly obvious with their newfound worldwide acclaim, today we're going to be looking at a list of the top 10 highest paid celebrities in 2023 according to Forbes magazine. Coming in at number 10 is Taylor Swift, with an incredible $92 million in earnings. Swift is unfortunately the only woman on this list and also happens to be the biggest pop star in the world at the moment, seemingly anyway, with her highly successful world tour. Her combined income streams from physical record sales, streaming on platforms like Spotify, digital downloads, tour ticket sales, licensing, and sync are all in play when it comes to Swift's earnings. After releasing her 10th studio album Midnights in October of 2022, Taylor Swift became the first artist in history to claim the top 10 spots on the Billboard Hot 100 song list. A month later, 14 million loyal fans tried to buy tickets to the 12-time Grammy winners' 2023 Eras Tour, overwhelming Ticketmaster and prompting a massive backlash against the ticket site, with the Department of Justice reportedly opening an antitrust investigation. The Swifties have managed to crash Ticketmaster more times than I can count due to the outrageous demand for her Midnights and Eras tours. With 146 shows across 5 continents, there is a potential for a 9-figure payout as a result. Despite the incredible success of her past and present tours, the singer owned most of her $92 million from her music she'd released in years past. Swift's re-recorded back catalog made up an estimated 70% of her pay, including profits from streaming and album sales. This is the 6th time that she's taken place amongst the top 10 earning entertainers, ranking number 1 in 2019. At number 9 is James Cameron with $95 million in earnings this year. After many years off the top 10 highest paid celebrities list, he's back in a pretty huge way. The director that graced us with the presence of iconic films like Titanic in 1997 and Avatar in 2009, he's made quite the comeback in 2023 with Avatar 2, otherwise known as Avatar: The Way of Water, being released in December of last year, making him director of 3 of the highest grossing movies of all time. The second Avatar film under his belt earned him at least $95 million, according to industry insiders, in a deal that's said to be back-end heavy with bonuses for crossing certain box office thresholds. With a budget of $250 million, it raked in $2.32 billion at the end of its box office run. I better see that movie quickly in time to understand Avatar 3, set to come out in 2025. At number 8 is the Rolling Stones with $98 million. The rock band that brought us hits like Paint It Black, Start Me Up, and I Can't Get No Satisfaction are making an appearance on this Forbes top 10 list. A perplexing addition to the list, I must say, as the iconic British band has been well out of their peak stardom for like 5 decades, but it's as good a time as ever to bank $98 billion while celebrating 60 years together as a band. The Rolling Stones embarked on their European 60 tour last year, which grossed $136 million in ticket sales and record royalties. The OG British rock stars pocketed over $8.5 million per night on a 15-city tour, according to concert tracker Polestar. At number 7 is Brad Pitt, pulling in $100 million this year. Pitt last appeared among the top 10 highest paid entertainers back in 2009. His decision to sell his majority stake in the Plan B production company to the European media conglomerate Media One in December last year earned the actor an estimated $113 million after fees. Why would he call it that? Researching further, Plan B is in fact an entertainment company which produced some Oscar hits like Moonlight, 12 Years a Slave, Martin Scorsese's The Departed, and Beetlejuice 2, but I for real thought this guy got into the business of contraceptives for a second. Anyway, the company likely owns back ends and has a development slate that would increase its value, however it reportedly doesn't really have assets, according to an attorney in the sale, pointing out that the company simply produces projects rather than owning them. But none of this is Pitt's problem anymore because now he's $100 million richer. Pitt earned an additional estimated $30 million from roles in Bullet Train, Babylon, and The Lost City, which accounts for an estimated third of his income. At number 6 is the comedy duo James L. Brooks and Matt Groening, with $105 million not between the two of them, but each. Yearly, the co-creators of America's favorite little family, The Simpsons, has been wildly popular since its release in 1989, and now they're continuing to cash in on their success 3 decades later, with their decision to migrate all 30 seasons of the sitcom from Fox to Disney Plus in an April of 2019 streaming deal made after Disney's acquisition of Fox for $52 billion. This newfound Disney deal has reportedly left Brooks and Groening with $105 million in their pockets annually after fees. Coming in at their halfway point is Cristiano Ronaldo. Ronaldo has been atop the athletes' earning list since 2017, but has managed to set an all-time highest earnings records for a soccer player with $136 million total. Due to his enormous fan base, 850 million followers across Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, more than any other athlete in the world, brands are constantly reaching out for sponsorships with the soccer players such as Nike, DAZN, and the cryptocurrency exchange Binance and Herbalife, just to name a few. But there are countless others. His annual playing salary is an estimated $75 million after parting ways with Manchester United United in November of last year, and joining Saudi Arabia's Al Nassr in January of this. This day job pay is already absolutely huge, but coupled with the sponsors, which have pushed his off-field total earnings to an estimated $90 million over the last 12 months, had made him the 4th on this list, but #1 paid athlete in the world. Only 3 athletes in the history of Forbes tracking have beaten that figure in a year, including Roger Federer, Tiger Woods, and Conor McGregor, who made an estimated $158 million outside of the UFC's Octagon in 2021, mostly due to the sales of his whiskey brand, Proper No. 12. At number 4 is another comedy duo with Trey Parker and Matt Stone earning $160 million. The mastermind best buddies behind the iconic dark comedy animated sitcom South Park, moving on to Broadway in 2011 with the premiere of the musical The Book of Mormon, their comedic musical and scathing review of The Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. The show, which was one of the best pieces of musical performance I've ever seen, went on to be awarded with 9 Tony Awards, including Best Musical and a Grammy Award for Best Musical Theater Album. As well, akin to Brooks and Groening, they also signed a deal with the streaming company over their sitcom, which is what makes up the majority of their earnings. In 2021, the pair signed the papers with Paramount and HBO for the Legacy deal, which means there will be plenty of spin-off movies created about the series, and that the show will continue going until 2027. This deal guarantees the comedy duo will earn $935 million over the 6-year span of the contract. Coming in at number 3 is Tyler Perry with $175 million and a net worth of $1 billion. The multi-hyphenate Forbes quotes him as a modern Renaissance man, has quite the sprawling resume. Perry has more than 13 films, 22 theatrical plays, and 7 television shows under his belt. He's an actor, director, writer, and studio mogul with his BetTV 25% stake and shows such as Ruthless and Tyler Perry's Sisters, as well as the sprawling production backlot he outright owns in Atlanta, aptly named Tyler Perry Studios. The man, who's probably very busy from the moment he wakes up in the morning to the second he goes to sleep, has unsurprisingly had an outrageously lucrative year thanks to his aforementioned simultaneous income streams. This is Perry's 2nd year among Forbes' top 10 highest paid entertainers, and I don't think we'll see him making a departure anytime soon. Perry is also the list's only sole billionaire. At number 2 is Sting, earning $210 million this year. The former frontman of rock band Police, whom younger fans may know better from his cameo in Hulu's Only Murders in the Building alongside Selena Gomez, is a 17-time Grammy winner who's best known for classics such as Every Breath You Take and Roxanne, which I'm sure most of you are familiar with due to a TikTok trend like 4 years ago. Sting has earned $300 million before fees this year with a decision to sell his entire musical catalog, both solo and with the Police, to Universal Music Group in February. An industry attorney has quoted saying that it's a good catalog and that he wouldn't mind owning it. Can't argue with him there. Our number 1 spot goes to Genesis, with them earning $230 million this year. Another rock band on this list that I absolutely didn't expect to see there. Alongside Sting, the pioneering prog rock band decided to sell the rights to their catalog of music to Concord Music Group for $300 million. The deal to own Genesis's body of work was deemed valuable by the group, despite the fact that the deal excludes the work from one-time member Peter Gabriel. However, the deal does allow for the rights of not only the group's selection of recorded music income streams, but also the solo income streams from Phil Collins, which includes the absolute hit of a song, In the Air Tonight, as well as bandmates Tony Banks and Mike Rutherford. Genesis managed to beat out Sting for first, as their touring and recorded music royalties rounded out their income, bringing in an estimated $27 million in ticket sales. And that brings us to the end of the top 10 highest paid celebrities in 2023. Let us know if we forgot any that may be more notable, and also let us know who you think deserves it the most. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys in the next one.